I've always been interested in art. The decision to officially call myself an artist has come in fits and spurts. I'm Jamie Schumacher Kalakaru-Mava. I am an artist, author, and mom living in Bloomington. I was a theater nerd in high school and an athlete. And then as I got older, the visual side of the arts I became more involved in. I did makeup artistry when I lived in Southern California. I did prosthetics, masks, and taught classes in that. And then moving to Minnesota, I opened an art gallery, and through that and also becoming a mom, I started moving into less of the sculptural and more of the visual styles of art, dipping into illustration. And then throughout all of that, I've also been a writer. So this is my most recent book. It's a children's book. It's called Half a World Away. My oldest daughter, who's now 11, when she was in preschool, they did a section where every day they were doing a different country. When they were focusing on Asian countries, I'm like, ooh, cool, I'll come, I'll talk about our family's story. My dad's from Sri Lanka. I'll get some children's books about Sri Lanka. I'll make some Sri Lankan snacks. And when I went to go look for children's books for Sri Lanka, I found nothing. So that kind of planted a seed. I'm like, I want to do something. And it's like the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. To make this book happen, it took a lot of things coming together. I received a Loft Fellowship. They have a really great program for children's literature, which is meant to encourage more diversity in children's literature. For this book, I wrote it and did the illustrations. I even, at one point, I had most of the illustrations done and went back, and the little girl, I'm like, she doesn't look like me. Did a bunch of revisions, I did a bunch of drafts, and I'm like, that little girl needs a big nose. She needs to look like I did when I was little, which was this awkward kid with big hair and a big nose. So I updated that. Children's books often have a big crisis. That's like the puppy got lost or you can't find your blanket. This one, it's like a softer thing where she's conflicted about feeling at home in both places and having family in both places. It's me and my dad. Reading. Over the course of writing this book and finishing the illustrations, my dad passed away, which put another big pause and heaviness on the project, because this is kind of a story for him. And I'm glad that my dad got to see the manuscript before he passed. I'm really lucky to get to serve on Bloomington's Creative Placemaking Commission. We've got a really great commission here. Placemaking, it can sound pretty jargony, but it's really just art and culture that resonates with the people who actually live there. And I also try to serve on other committees. I volunteered with our first Pride committee for the first Pride Festival in Bloomington and volunteered to do a mural, which is now in City Hall. I'm grateful that I was able to serve on the Bloomington's core strategic planning team for putting together Bloomington's updated long-term strategic plan for the city. Community is so important, and staying rooted and connected to community is going to be how we make our neighborhoods great. It's how we make the world a better place. All of these things sound so cliche, but they're so true. You want to be a part of creating the kind of community where you want to live. And I'm excited to help Bloomington, help all of its residents be creative and have places to connect with art and culture that resonates with them.